with common sense and big ideas so that you can focus in your own lives what matters the most to you. I want to welcome
Our beloved congressman right now is in his own district. Yes, we are talking to Eric Swalwell, and he wants to give out something which is coming up for Thanksgiving.
Yes, during this season of gratitude, just want to thank everyone who has stepped up to help the most in need, and also who have, expressed just their concern about conflicts, thousands of miles away, and to just make sure that, we think of, other people struggling and who are in need, and just offer a prayer for peace.
He's always available to all his constituents. It's kind of what a congressman is all about. It's really special.
Joining us is Congressman Eric Swalwell. He graduated once upon a time from Dublin High School, and right now he is in his own district. Welcome to YoIndiaTV. It's always a pleasure to see you supporting the community, being with the community, and see the support back from the Indian American, especially the Punjabi American community. So how's your feel?
Very good. This community is very supportive, but also inspiring, because they reflect this spirit of America where if you work hard, you do better for yourself, and you dream bigger for your kids. And the diaspora from India just reflects that with their resilience, their determination, and their sense of community. And we saw that on display here tonight.
Joe and Billy Jahal, we have done this every year since 2013. It's our signature event to really celebrate and thank you. You are the hero of this story of working to bring new energy and new ideas to our district when we won back in 2012, but also to help me support candidates across the country. So Billy and Joe, thank you for just being like members of our family to me and Brittany.
So we saw latest changes in the gun laws in the country because of some of the incidents that had been happening in the past. So can you give some highlights?
Well, one of the lowest days for this country, of course, was an attack on a Sikh temple in Wisconsin. But we also saw in Pennsylvania an attack on a synagogue. And so we know that, when you take people who have hate in their heart and have access to unlimited weapons, and you allow weapons in the hands of the most dangerous people, that they can carry out, just the worst acts. And so we have to make sure that we have background checks and red flag laws. Still a country that respects the Second Amendment, but does not allow the most dangerous people to have access to the most dangerous weapons.
Under President Biden's leadership, we passed COVID relief, the Jobs and Infrastructure Act, CHIPS Act to bring back to the United States the manufacturing of chips, the Safe Communities Act, the biggest gun safety legislation in the last 30 years, the Inflation Reduction Act. Every president has talked about lowering the cost of prescription drugs and negotiating with Medicare. President Biden did it.
So what are the most pressing issues that you see right now, and what is the solution that you're bringing to the table as you ask people to be re-elected?
As we go into Thanksgiving, most Americans, my constituents, they just want breathing room in their financial lives. They just want to know that if they work hard, it adds up to something, and that what they consume from their rent or mortgage payments to gas and groceries, that it's affordable, and that they can save, and that they can have the possibility of a vacation or something bigger, like a remodel or renovation on their house. And so just having policies that reduce their healthcare costs, that bring down, the cost of energy, give them breathing room. That's what I hear the most.
I just want to tell you, a year out from the upcoming general election, we got this. We're going to be okay. We got this. We know the pathway to victory. It's not naive optimism. It's rooted in what you have already done. 2022, you were promised a red wave. It never happened. Historically, we added banking history, a seat to the United States Senate, and we have one of the closest margins ever in the House of Representatives. Just last week in Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, You wrote postcards, you made phone calls, you knocked on doors. You were a part of the effort to make sure that a woman's right to make a decision about her own body was preserved in Ohio, that we won the legislature.
And recently we were at APEC, so many leaders were here. President Biden was here, Kamala Harris, and all the, biggies like you, I would say, were here and addressing the people, especially focusing on the climate change and AI-enabled changes. So what's your take on artificial intelligence and the latest technologies that people are trying to leverage in different ways nowadays?
Look, as it relates to technology, we want to embrace technology, but guard against the risks. And I thought it was so positive that, President Biden and President Xi had a 4+ hour dialogue, and part of that dialogue was on AI and our mutual concerns about making sure, as I said, that it's used for good and you guard against the bad. But I mean, what a consequential week, and how proud are we in the Bay Area that we hosted this, where there's been so much tension between China and the United States, but here in the Bay Area, where we all come together every day, and we're all from so many different places, one of the most diverse parts of the world, that we hosted a summit that hopefully gives a brighter future for U.S.-China dialogue.
That's really brilliant. So, Joe, you have been hosting Eric Swalwell from over a decade now. I saw the symbol you were displaying it, I think, from 12 years back. Eric Swalwell for Congress. And once again, with all the pride, the community members were supporting Eric Swalwell to be re-elected next year. So what's your take on the achievements of Eric and the community support that our community has been receiving?
Yes, Eric is a friend of the community, and he has been forever, ever since he was a council member for City of Dublin, even the deputy district attorney before that. And he understands our issues, and that's exactly what we need. We need to elect the right people, and we sometimes get our folks from the Indian community that come to me and they want to run against Eric, and they ask for my support, and I just tell them, try to be a council member or a planning member, or work your way up, and then we will find a place for you where you should be. But trying to go to Congress and taking the folks who are aligned with us and are supporting us, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And today's message, you heard what you heard from Whitmer earlier and Eric, that if we focus on good gets better.
That's right.
That's what we need to do.
That's right.
For so many years, I think we have been really thinking about all the bad stuff, and a lot of bad is happening in the world. We need to get better. We need Eric there for another 45 years. And I think we'll get there. So thank you, Eric, for being where you there and doing
My
what
pleasure.
you do. Yeah.
So I want to say thank you to all of you for being here, for Congressman Swalwell. I want to thank him for being a badass leader in Congress. You've got a real star here who's given the nation hope, who's spoken on the right side of issues, who makes things personal, because they are. These issues that he fights for make a difference in people's lives.
Any final words to all the viewers?
During this season of thanks, just gratitude to everyone who is lifting up those who don't have as much as you do. That really gets us by during these tough times.
Thank you so much, and look forward to your continued leadership. Thanks
My
a ton.
pleasure. Thank you.